What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are in our Las Vegas Raiders franchise. It's about to be week 7. Just got done beating the Broncos narrowly in a game where we were a little sloppy, I can admit. Defense was, on and off. They made just enough plays, and of course, so did the offense. A Broncos team that is maybe a little overrated, but still a team that is in our way, as they are still ahead of us in the division at 4-2. Once again, going to week 7, going up against the Eagles. We just got done losing a breakout scenario. Ruggs had a good game, but not quite enough for a superstar. Obviously, on the come up, though, so may still get superstar by the end of the season anyways. But first things first, let's get to week 7 and see what potential scenarios we have, which doesn't appear to be anything. We also have Richie Incognito returning. Hopefully, nobody gets injured in practice today. And as we've seen, the Chiefs continue the winning streak, putting them now at 6-0. And you could also see them on the horizon, as after week 9, we will have to play them. But thankfully, we are at home. Which, speaking of, here we are today against the 2-4 Philadelphia Eagles. In case you're new to the series, this is what the roster looks like. Our starting wide receiver is Ruggs. Of course, they keep changing my lineup. I don't think Willie Snead's actually healthy, but the game's just telling me, hey, maybe he is. But of course, this is what the squad looks like. O-line has been definitely, we still have Good that's injured, but the O-line has definitely had a bit of troubles over the majority of this season. Not just with play, but mainly with injury. When they're all healthy, they're not, the worst squad in the world. They've actually played all right. Of course, Darren Waller is a god for us. Ruggs has been pretty damn solid as of late. Jacobs on and off. Derek Carr definitely fallen down a little bit on the totem pole. Has been throwing more interceptions than we'd like. Edwards, who's usually good for about 50 or 60 yards, which is what we want him for. Defensively, Max Crosby kind of shined last week. Not particularly dominant in the pass rush for even anyone, even though he had 2 sacks, but obviously, not the worst performance in the world. Linebackers, that's the play I feel needs to improve a bit. I know we do have a rough-looking group, but overall, this is the group of players that needs to improve. And maybe Darren Lee needs to be replaced by Corey Littleton. I just feel like we need a little bit more speed there. Corey Littleton's not that great anyway. He's got beat out in practice by multiple players, so I don't know. We'll see. And then, the safeties, young and high potential. Same with the corners. But Casey Hayward, man, he could be on the trade block, which is, almost coming up right here at the bye. Maybe even look to trade him for something, or even just bench him in general for someone in-house. So for this week against the Eagles, we focused on stopping the deep pass attack, as that's what they've been successful at. And for us, we focused on attacking the middle of their defense for the passing game, as obviously the Eagles have struggled in the secondary for some time now. Derek Carr, usually pretty good for a good game, a good accurate game on those, on the numbers like that. As far as, guys like Darius Slay goes, definitely, speaking of, you can see him there. Definitely someone to worry about. Definitely someone to try and avoid. That would be someone that I would assume Edwards would be playing against. And if they do decide to man him up with Ruggs, we could actually have ourselves a pretty rough day. I will say, though, Darren Waller definitely primed for a huge game this afternoon. Jacobs, another guy that we're hoping can do well. But once again, one of the stronger suits, that D-line, Fletcher Cox, not an easy guy to beat. And man, it's like the game is listening to me, because it just shows him right as we mention that. A guy that we will have to avoid as much as we can. And he may even just completely stop us from running the ball in general. And of course, if you're new to the channel, maybe leave a like. Can we aim for 4 likes? Maybe subscribe, I suppose, if you're not new to the channel. You can also like. You're welcome to do that. Oh, man. And speaking of Denver, they just smoked the Browns. It really is any given Sunday, isn't it? Like, it's not about, oh, well, we beat the Broncos and they destroyed the Browns, so we're better than the Browns. It's just, if the Broncos can't beat us and it's a close call, how in the world are they smoking the Browns? It doesn't matter who we're playing. Like, he shouldn't be smoking the Browns. Derek Carr, obviously those interception numbers have risen a little bit. Yards are looking decent, obviously, and then touchdowns are looking okay. Going to start off with a handoff to Drake. going away from Fletcher Cox. Let's see if we can find an opening. Nice cutback lane. Gains about 7 on the very first handoff of the day. Now you have Jacobs looking to go to the left as well. Not maybe as direct, but here we are going left, and Fletcher Cox does not care. He is an absolute monster. All right, not saying we have the most successful start on the ground, but we're going to go with the play action anyways. Darius Slay on the other side may actually be just completely removed from this play. And we have a couple of guys open, and Hunter Renfrow is going to be the main one that we target all the way to the 44-yard line. Nice find, nice read. Very smooth delivery. That was about as easy as you can get. Now we're going to try to fake them out with Ruggs. See if Jacobs can get a free lane. Cox maybe gets hesitant for once, and no, he does not. He just crushes right through the middle again as if there was no lineman at all. I'm not trying to say I'm like the smartest person in the world and I could see everything coming, but Fletcher Cox makes it pretty easy on you to decide, hey, there's a good chance that our run game might suck. As we are going to take a shot. It's a little high, and I don't know if he catches it. I think he does. Really good start to the season. Obviously, a close call on that superstar dev last week. Unfortunately, did not get it. And I will say, there's a lot of guys that throw a touch pass. Carr doesn't throw it any further than to the sky, comparatively. Jacobs trying to go with the cut move. Once again, not a great start for Jacobs. 1 for 7 with Kenyon. 3 for 1 with Josh Jacobs. I will say, if this was a supermarket, hey, not a bad deal, but it's not a supermarket, and I got to give effort to the boys. They tried their best, and not Henry Ruggs. Not Henry Ruggs. Anyone but him. Richie, I will have to just sacrifice you again. I will do it. I mean, again, what do you mean again? I'm not saying that I sacrifice Richie Incognito for Derek Carr's health. Like, clearly not. And this is going to be a tough one, and of course he drops it. We did have Hunter Renfrow across the field, but we had someone in our face. They're saying to go for this. Are we out of field goal range? That's the question. There's no wind. 58-yard field goal, I think it's a close call. We're going to go for the field goal. And, I mean, that's literally perfect. So if that doesn't go in, which it does, somebody up on the top of the offices there, the people looking down, may need to start packing, because telling us to go for it is probably not the greatest call, considering we were able to nail the field goal. Daniel Carlson, not bad at all, young fella. Obviously, you want to start the game with a touchdown, but points are points. 3-point lead. Jalen Hurts must have been injured, which is a concern for him, as he has not played an NFL snap this season. Maybe preseason, but the regular season, he has not touched the football. And Ruggs, last week, really good, game. This week, actually injured. Going to be losing him for the entirety of this game. I'm starting to think we may need more active wide receivers on the roster. Kwiatkowski against the running back over the middle, missed by Abram. Once again, who is it getting burned? It's supposed to be the veteran, the guy that is trying to teach the younger players on this team that have potential, Casey Hayward, but just once again beat. And here trying to cut back. Really good job by the linebacker, Marquel Lee. That was a massive play. They look like they were about to pancake us for days. The blitz call, I mean, we're going to pull Joseph back, I think. Mccoy can get there, and he throws on the run a little bit. We miss again. Some of our pursuit angles haven't been the greatest. Throwing it to Rager now. 2 different receivers on 2 completions. Moving down the field very eloquently. Some of the throws have been a little iffy. Some of them have been awkward. Overall, it's working, as Miles Sanders is going to gain about 8. And does Miles Sanders have superstar? Is that what I'm seeing? Is he a superstar dev? No, it was the guard. I was about to say, that's a pretty good start to the season you got there, Miles. 2nd and 3 from the 29. And they will hand it off to Miles again, who will just absolutely fumble the ball. Divine Diablo absolutely lighting him up, forcing the fumble and giving us the ball back. Of course, not protecting the ball. He's, kind of hanging it out there as he's breaking tackles, as Jacobs is going to not break a tackle, unfortunately. And Diablo smokes him. Day Jones getting some burn. Actually didn't play too badly in preseason. And we had Hunter Renfrow again. Oh, but Edwards actually breaks out and he's going to gain a decent bit of yards, almost a 20-yard gain, maybe more, because obviously we went past the midfield point. Want to run the stretch to the left, but I don't know if I absolutely like it. We'll see. Jacobs is a smart running back and almost laid the boom, but Singleton, not a bad looking play there. I believe that's Alex Singleton, right? It is. I know my people, kind of. For the 40-yard line, the game is actually kind of going by quickly with a lot of run calls from both teams. That fumble obviously hurt them big time, and Jacobs barely avoiding, I would assume it was Brandon Graham on the interior, getting us to the 29-yard line. To the outside, Josh Jacobs on the handoff again, trying to cut it back inside, picks up the block, and then meets a guy that's not going to miss too often, once again, Fletcher Cox. Edwards for a potential jump ball shot. It's not against Darius Slay, and Hunter Renfrow, and it's a bad throw. We always go with the touch pass because it's the smart call, right? When you got someone open that much, if you throw the touch pass, it should automatically be a catch, but we're overthrowing the touch pass, unfortunately. And another missed throw. We had Waller as well. I don't know if Hunter Renfrow is just too slow or Derek Carr is just missing this afternoon, but those are two very bad misses that are going to cost us the drive. Obviously, we're going to get points, but it's only 6. I mean, all it takes is for them to just get a touchdown, and just like that, our hard work is gone. I mean, Philadelphia starting 2-4, and, you know, they've had some issues over the years, and obviously injuries seem to be plaguing them already with Jalen Hurts barely playing, but they're a good team. You want to beat teams like this, and you sure as hell don't want to lose to them. And there goes a pitch play. Miles Sanders getting taken down by Diablo, who's actually had his name so far, all things said. That O-line, it is a fierce one. And Crosby not going to get much on this. He's going to miss the throw. What an attempt over there by Devontae Smith. But unfortunately for them, it's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Huge opportunity for the defense to get off the field here. Jalen Hurts extending the play. Has a chance to run. And he's actually going to get it. Deceptively fast. Thought Max Crosby easily had it. Did not. And they will continue the drive. Jalen Hurts definitely been iffy today in the actual passing game, but nice job extending the drive with the legs and the play, and back across his body. Not a bad throw. Tough one for Miles Sanders. Obviously, solid receiving back. Not going to blame Casey Hayward too much on that, as we all know that this pass rush has been pretty desperate so far this season. And Abram, we're going to leave that outside wide open. He is going to find it. Almost an illegal touching play. It looked like his foot almost caught out of bounds. Didn't. First down, and that will end the first quarter. Obviously, they're back inside of our, side of the field, close to the red zone. Last time we only stopped them because of a forced fumble. The Eagles have looked pretty good on offense, and on defense, they've looked decent as well. So, got to just continue more of what we started. Another throw to the running back. Slips off of Diablo. Gains about 6 in total. From the 27-yard line, Miles Sanders looking to get the ball again. They love their pitch plays. Not going to say that it's absolutely working, but one of these times they're going to just line them all up, and we are going to get smoked. 3rd and 3 could be another run. Clellan, Farrell up the middle, and the blocks are just perfect. And Miles is running all the way down to the 16-yard line. They are moving. Might actually have to commit more to the ground here. I'd like to see you get through this. I'd like to see you get through this, Miles. No, they don't need to, as they're going to run the slant, and Casey Hayward gets the pick. Casey Hayward's running. The old man finally showing up. It's going to be a pick 6. He has struggled mightily this season, and finally, some positive things for this man. Potential PI. No, they just not the cleanest of route on the slant at all. And just a terrible decision. Even worse throw. Not a bad start for the Raiders defense. Definitely been the highlight point of both teams so far. And there goes, ironically enough, Miles Sanders for a gain of 15. If there's anyone that can get them back in this game, it's Miles Sanders, without a doubt. And they're going to go back to Miles. We're going to miss. Miles just slipping for a gain of about 4. The sucky part is, even after all of this, I know a 13-point lead is nice, but it just doesn't even feel like we're in control, Like, they've drove down very well, and they will again. Abram, I'd love to see a hit stick there, buddy. they just can't finish. They keep turning the ball over. It's not even about scoring a touchdown for them anymore. It's about just not turning the ball over. They don't need touchdowns. They need to stop giving us the ball back without scoring even a field goal. As Clellan tries to get there, cannot. Had a lot of traffic to get through. Unfortunately, most of it being his own teammates. Ooh, Carl Joseph in coverage. I'm going to pull him back a little bit just so he doesn't have anything to worry about. Did he just give it up? Thankfully, they didn't see it, or maybe the pressure finally got there. Their center, Jason Kelsey, is now injured. Definitely something that can help us. Mccoy, well, I don't know if it actually matters because they got their right guard there. Brandon Brooks looking god tier, and there's no one in sight. Touchdown, Eagles. Oh, my God. I get it, right? We're not great in coverage, and there was probably supposed to be a safety in a deep blue that just decided not to play it, but man, you cannot give up those big of plays, especially in a game that we're controlling. You can see that momentum bar has dramatically dropped back. I like the ground game. I like where it's taken us, but I do think we need to be a little bit, I wouldn't say better in the pass game. Uh-oh. I don't like it. They're just going to run with Derek Carr, and get a little handsy with me there. Relax yourself. Derek Carr rolling for the first. The speed demon. He actually looks really fast, in fairness. Do I really trust Hunter Renfrow to get open down the field? I doubt it. Maybe had him and hit as we're throwing. Really good job by them. Try to get to Edwards there. Wanted to see Hunter Renfrow. Should have just taken Edwards out the gate. We're going to run the ball with Kenyon Drake. If Edwards can get out in front of Singleton, we might actually have a chance here, and he does. Try to cut it back. Beautiful cutback by Kenyon Drake, finding the hole. That was masterful. What a job blocking as well by Brian Edwards, setting us free like that. Oh, it was beautiful. But yeah, we're going to have to try and throw the ball here. Quick throw and another miss. I don't know if Hunter Renfrow is just cursed, but it has not gone well when throwing to him. Hunter Renfrow is kind of the main look again. We go quick throw to Kenyon Drake, and not a bad look. Actually gains 10 yards. Kenyon Drake's having himself a pretty nice day today. 3rd and 9. Hunter Renfrow could be the look. Waller is actually like open out the gate, but that safety could draw down, which he does. And that's just a force. That's a bad decision. The pressure was getting there and wanted to go to Hunter Renfrow. We kind of just forced it in there to Jacobs. That's a bad read. It's not even a bad read. It's a panic read. Wanted to go to Hunter Renfrow and just panicked. Those are the two routes I always mix up, is Y and RB. Because the running back is sometimes Y, they're sometimes RB. Literally the play before that, I believe, he was RB. And we're going to have to leave it, and Jalen Hurts is easily going to get the first down, showing off his legs, which, of course, are significantly faster than Derek Carr's. But I will just say, there's something about Derek Carr that just seems like his momentum is almost unstoppable. He just becomes Derrick Henry. Get off the block. Oh, he has a blocker, speaking of. But what a play by Damon Arnett to just bust through and get the tackle. 2-minute warning with 4 yards on the 2nd and 4 mark here. They obviously have a chance to maybe even take the lead before half, but making only a 3-point deficit. Definitely a bit of a choke this game so far. I mean, we've got time. To the outside, and Diablo misses the tackle. Gonna get out of bounds on top of it. First down. Good read. They're kind of setting up these like makeshift like open field screen type plays. It's kind of strange. Yannick gonna try to get in there, get some pressure, misses by the over pursuit, and just a beautiful play by Hurts. Plenty of room to work with, and Miles fights it to the 10. What a play. I honestly thought he was over the line. I also thought he was just going to run. That was just a brilliant play. We might actually have to make our pass rush suffer more and just contain. And we didn't need to there as Clellan Ferrell gets him off the edge. 2nd and goal from the 19. That is huge. Put Damon Arnett in the hook. Diablo. He's not even in the hook. Underneath he's open, and Jalen Hurts is going to find Miles Sanders for the touchdown. Once again, lack of pressure, and then once he starts rolling, there's no one on the contain either. You really got to wonder half the time, what are these edge rushers doing? Like, if you're not getting to the quarterback and you're not containing them, like, what are you doing? But really the key to this game, obviously that read didn't help anyone, but the throws. Derek Carr has costed us. Wow, that was a really bad angle. Derek Carr has actually costed us a couple of drives now just because he's overthrown some simple drags. Kenyon Drake on the screen, and there is no one in sight. Once again, these kind of like touch passes have not gone well for us. You know, we're throwing a touch pass to get it over the defense. I don't want to get it over Jesus himself. But that's exactly what we've done, and there's just no one open. I mean, it's just perfect coverage. Lockdown. Of course, we are without Henry Ruggs as well, which is a very big factor for us. And we're going to take Waller. A little overthrown again, but Waller, the beautiful man he is, gets the feet down and will get us down the field more. Screen pass is not looking terrible. Let's go back to the screen. This time we're just going to bullet it because we know what happens when we try not to. Kenyon Drake has to hurdle over a guy. A little worried there's someone waiting for a hit stick, but smart play to cut it back inside. We would probably gain 4 instead of the 9 we got. And obviously we are or would be happy with a field goal, but that's not the intention, is it? Edwards. I think I'm going to take that. Edwards is a big man, and I guess not big enough as they're going to have their second pick of the day. Anthony Harris, the safety, who I will admit is on the larger side for a safety, just goes up there and gets it while Edwards just sits there and watches him do so. I mean, it's there, right? Like, the ball is up in the air there. It's back in the end zone. Edwards has all the advantage on that play, and he just doesn't jump. I don't know what that is. He just doesn't jump for the ball. And now Derek Carr has 2 interceptions on the day. Of course, looking at the numbers, we definitely have been outplayed, but only because of some of these plays by the offense that seem like just easy bing-bang plays. I don't even know if that's a thing people say. And we failed them. We still went with attacking. Oh, and they get ball at half. Okay, we went with attacking and in the middle of their field, obviously. Well, not really in the middle of the field, but the middle of their defense, I suppose. And as far as their attack goes, we changed it to inside run. I think that their running game is definitely setting up a lot of these like makeshift secondary route throw on the run plays. There has been a lot of, well, we haven't really started off too strong here as they're going to gain about 8. And a lot of play action plays lately. Defense has got to do a little bit better here. You know, defense at times was looking pretty good. They, forced the takeaways and all that, but at the same time, we're just not getting any pressure, and it's costed us so much. Oh, my Lord. Obviously, we're playing a very good offensive line. I don't even know if Kelsey came back. He may have, and he has, so playing against 3 superstars, which may be the highest quantity of them in the league, but still, we have some good pass rush talent as well. Late read over to Goddard. Nice little cut inside. May have stepped out early, though, so a gain of about 6. Going to come with the blitz on this one. A little dangerous because they are kind of spread out here, but I just feel like it's going to be well, I guess not. And picked off by Trayvon. The defense is carrying. Trayvon Mullen with the pick 6. Jalen Hurts, I don't know what he's doing. Of course, up by 5. That's not really the cleanest number in the world, so I'm going to try to make this by 7. And we're just going to take the Waller play, who holds on. Unbelievable. Confused on defense a little bit. Underneath is pretty open. That's probably our coverage, but well, I was about to say let him have that, but he actually gained about 20 rather than going to the tight end, which would have maybe gained 30 if that. We're going to bring Morrow in, and we miss hard over pursuing, and he basically just gets a free bear hug from Gerald Mccoy. All right, our corners are definitely taking advantage of these inexperienced wide receivers. 2nd and 9, they gain 2 on the run with Kerryon Johnson. Yannick really needs to be the guy today. We cut on the inside. Not really that good of a play. And Trayvon Mullen almost had a chance at another one. Kenny Drake, who once again has been the main ball carrier today, is going to find himself 9 yards almost on the play. 4 for nearly 40. Finding some lanes and accelerating nicely. Inside zone, Josh Jacobs now, who's definitely been struggling a bit more. Going to get his turn. Blocks are decent, and once again, not really showing the power there. Once again, doing this all without Henry Ruggs, who hopefully is fine, seems to be all right. And Waller again, not a bad throw. Taps the foot into the 20-yard line. They've tried to put Slay over there. It hasn't worked. If you can't get Slay to cover him, I don't really know how you're going to cover him. And on the slant, potentially. And they're going to catch us. That's going to be intentional grounding. Maybe should have taken Jacobs there. Really was banking on that left side getting open. I thought it was going to be Edwards all day. Singleton kind of in the area. Glad we didn't throw it to him, but at the same time, now a 2nd and 20 look. Edwards could be the guy. We're just going to take the fullback who's open enough. Ingold gets about 11, pretty much the penalty right back. 3rd and 8, chance at a field goal. And I think you almost debate selling out for this field goal. I think we can easily get 5 yards. Daniel Carlson's hit a tough one earlier. Inside, and with Kenyon Drake's ability, you don't need to settle. Oh my, Kenyon Drake has had a day. And Hunter Renfrow, even though he's slow, actually does have a pretty good look at this. And there you go with a nice move. Hunter, one to beat. Can't do it, down to the 1. Jacobs with a clutch block on that one. It's like, see, it's not all about running. Sometimes it's about blocking. It's like, well, it's not really if you're a running back, but we'll take the block. From the 1, Jacobs runs right through the man, but of course, plenty of Eagles on the help. I don't want to say that this is a victory if we get this first down, but it definitely makes it tough on them. First down, touchdown. Pitch to the left, and Jacobs. That's what we like to see. Touchdown, Raiders. Penalty on the kickoff, of course. Going to leave them starting at the 41-yard line. Not bad at all. We're looking like we're in control. They're going to continue running the ball, which, I mean, Miles Sanders played all right, but there definitely has been a bit of difference in their success ever since we decided to focus on the inside ground attack. So we're going to try and continue that strike as Goddard. I don't know if that's a first down. Probably will be. Inches, actually. Got some players down, and they do look like they're going to run it, but you can never tell. All right, Jonathan Hankins is what we have you for, and wow, that is just like the open seas. Would really like to see one of the DTs win, but more importantly, we need to see those linebackers come up. They actually had a free run at it, and they just didn't accelerate. Inside does look open, but that's because Abrams close to the line of scrimmage. And I don't know what Jalen Hurts is doing there, but he is going to be brought down for the sack. All right, 2nd and 15. Bring Morrow out there a little bit. Diablo. Is this Diablo on the pass rush? And they're going to run it. And I do not see the intelligence with that. All right, they're going to need to get at least, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 yards or the whole thing to have a chance to really continue this drive. And now Gerald McCoy is injured, which we really do not have a great backup DT for him. Thankfully, we do have Clelin Ferrell playing the rush DT spot, but he's not going to be out there every play on the interior. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Almost the start of the 4th. Finds a man underneath. Very solid tackle by Diablo. Now, that's a guy... Dislocated shoulder, though. That is not good. That is not good. We'll see how, what happens there. But, yeah, Devontae Smith, I'm not trying to say we should injure anyone, but that's the guy you do want to hit if you're going to hit someone. Of course, Miles Sanders, 16 for 66, definitely has had a tougher time in the second half, without a doubt. And here we're going to be bringing the blitz. Trayvon Merrick got the guy off the edge. Clelin. And I think we pushed everything to the right side. We didn't have any arms out there. We just had guys reaching, but they couldn't get anywhere near him, and that was just a really good job by the O-line. Once again, beating us. There's still a lot of question marks on this drive, as we have a lot of coverage. No one open. They got the running back, Trayvon Mullen, really good open field tackle. They gained 3. Come with the same type of look, but we are... Yeah, Abram needs to come down. I was about to say... Back of the end zone, and he's going to go right to our zone. I mean, there was a couple of looks for a touchdown. Maybe should have got back sooner. Yeah, now I think there's a good chance that they score a touchdown, believe it or not. Damn, we came with the blitz. It did not work out. And Morrow cannot bring him down. But obviously, Solomon Thomas replacing the injured Gerald McCoy there, you would imagine, actually does bring him down. We have a couple of decent looks in here. And they're going to run the read, and Jalen Hurts with the wrong read. He had the touchdown. All you got to do is hand it off from the 4. Can we do it? Let's get some pressure. Diablo, fast, free rusher, and touchdown. I thought Trayvon Merrick had a chance to pick it. And, of course, the Eagles' chances stay alive. It is what it is. Oh, not really that great. And that's going to be a fumble recovery touchdown. We're going to let this one... I guess not. We're going to go for this as well. And it looked like we were trying to, switch hands or Maybe I hit the wrong button, actually. Look like he's trying to switch hands and like do like a hesitation move or something and just cough the ball up. Up the middle, Jacobs running through a guy, but Milton Williams, I believe his name is, comes away with the tackle from behind. That is pretty impressive. I know he's a big guy himself, but to stop Jacobs like that from behind. Edwards, please throw this perfectly, and he does. Good find. Edwards getting involved again, and look at those passing numbers. I know this has been kind of a weird game, a lot of rushing attempts and all that, but we have not had a good time passing the ball at all, I will admit. To the outside, going to try to cut it back in. Another truck, but it doesn't lead to anything. You know, Jacobs hasn't absolutely played like, you know, complete garbage, but he also hasn't had that great of a game, obviously. And we're going to go right back to the man who has Kenyon Drake outside of that fumble. We should have taken him. Waller. And that is just beautiful. Waller finding some room. Derek Carr running the entirety of the field and gets it out to the 22-yard line to Darren Waller. Beautiful stuff. And now we're back in control inside almost their red zone here. Handing off on the trap play with the lead fullback. Jacobs gets the first down and then some and lands at the 12, which is almost near perfection. In case we cannot score, we can at least get the first down at the 2, which makes it very tough on them. 2nd and 9 from the 11. Obviously, the clock is also a factor, trying to waste some before. Please get this off there. And what a throw! Touchdown, Carr. That makes up for some of those misses earlier. I don't understand, for one, how Hunter Renfrow burns Slay. 2, Derek Carr contorting his body with a pass rusher on him. Hits that. Speaking of hitting that, I thought maybe we missed the extra points. Again, Eagles giving us some troubles. Ruggs is injured. Obviously, Jeromepkr is injured. I think they have some injuries too. Where's the defense? Carl Joseph's running. I think he catches him. Oh, he doesn't even come close. And they just smoke us for a kick return touchdown. What is actually happening? So there's an aspect of wanting this to be the final drive and also just not giving them the ball back. I still believe in the ground game, as we should, as we gain about 4, maybe 5 on the play. Be very interesting to see how the Eagles want to play it as well. It might come down to just playing more snaps and kind of seeing how our offense goes, but they obviously want to try to get a chance with the ball themselves, but they also, that's not a great play. They obviously also don't want to give us any extra opportunities, which they might not have to worry about because we may be selling here. I don't know if I like that play. Now this looks good. This is that play. Edwards over the middle, maybe. And we're going to throw this low, and it's picked off by Slay. Get over there. I have no idea. It was a late read, I will admit. A super, super late read. But I am shocked he gets this. Was it just a bad throw? Okay, so obviously we missed this hard. We did have to wait for the linebacker, but even with the linebacker, you throw it here. You throw it there. You throw it there. And Darius Slay just turns around fast enough and jumps at it. The ball in general wasn't great anyways. You could see the way Edwards was slowing down to get it. That's now 2 awful, terrible decision reads. Absolutely disgusting reads. I mean, that's just too late. Like, there's just no question about it. And, of course, now we're in a situation where we need to most likely call timeouts if we even have a chance. Obviously, we're going to let him hit the 2-minute warning. I mean, you got to think that Henry Ruggs would have been on that play and would have had a cleaner look at it anyways, but that's not the point. Kwiatkowski, you freaking hero, dude. Absolutely saving the day twice now on the drive. And do you think about just blitzing here? Is this Divine Diablo? And Jalen Hurts debatably once again making the wrong read on a read option. They will have a field goal opportunity, but we also will get the ball back. Derek Carr purposely doing it just to get another 4th quarter comeback on the record. Who knows? I will say, though, win or lose, this has been the strangest game of the season by far. So home team has trouble with coverage. Away team has a greatly reduced chance to fumble. Okay, that really doesn't affect us here. As Waller has the look. Will he score? He will not. Down to the 22. Darren Waller. Of course, we mentioned earlier in pregame that, oh, he's in the zone, that he was going to have a big day. Didn't really. But obviously, he had a lot of big plays. We gotta... And I'm a little worried about timing because the timing has been a little off today. Once again, it does hurt when your number one receiver goes down in like, I don't even know, like 15 speed or something ridiculous. Oh, there's no one on him. Probably shouldn't have went for the touch pass, but to the 13-yard line. Let's hurry up to the line. We obviously have a chance. I know scoring in general is the goal, but obviously have a chance here to potentially win it. And Zay Jones is in. Where's the coverage? There's no one there. Zay Jones, haven't called on him any time today, comes up with it. I'm playing three-man deep. I'm messing around. Although this guy over the middle, oh, it is a freaking Hail Mary. No way, dude. There is no way that just happened. Of course, they're not even going to show the full play, which makes like literally no sense. But the ball gets deflected right to Devontae Smith. There's no way. Back him up again. From the 30. Imagine they only needed a field goal. That would have been insane. And they got a chance. Not a bad Hail Mary at all. And it's deflected. And we hold on. Get us out of here. This has been a disastrous game. Of course, we ended up with a victory, but a 2-4 team giving us this kind of trouble. Since again, I know the Eagles are a pretty decent team overall, but a 2-4 team giving us the work like this is not great. Obviously, we're not that great of a team ourselves. We had some injuries, but man, we were not the cleanest football team today. Did enough to win, thankfully, but yeah, way too many turnovers, not enough consistent play, and a lot of incomplete, just overthrown, poorly placed balls by Derek Carr. Obviously, the man absolutely clutched up when he needed to, but still a very iffy performance in this one, obviously. But happy to come away with back-to-back victories now. Jalen Hurts technically outperformed Carr, but, you know, kind of a formality. Really wasn't that great. Jacobs, meh. Kenyon Drake, very solid. As far as receiving goes, Darren Waller, 5 for 159. Miles Sanders had a lot of catches for them. Renfro was okay. Edwards was okay. Zay Jones had a touchdown. Ruggs obviously got injured. I think it was on a block. Sack totals, Farrell and Crosby with sacks. Anthony Harris with 2 picks. Slay with a pick. Mullen and Casey Hayward with pick sixes. That is, I mean, I believe those are the first pick sixes of the season, right? And to get them both in the same game that we absolutely needed them in is nuts. Yeah, in fairness to Sanders, I don't even think ever seen Diablo coming. I mean, this looks weird in general. The ball's way out there. Never looks. Absolutely blindsided. The whole squad is there, and you know, Diablo puts his helmet right, his hand right through Trayvon Mullen's helmet. Crazy play. Surprised he didn't recover it, though. We have some upgrades to our offensive linemen. I think that, the tackles need more agility training because obviously most of the edge rushers they're facing are kind of speed rushers. As far as, Colton Miller, he looks actually pretty solid in general. Pass protector gets him to an 80 overall, which, of course, basically is a pretty fair rating because he's pretty much 80 across the board. A very solid lineman, actually, and, of course, massive. But absolutely a very important win for us heading into the bye. Let's actually take a look at the bye. Why not, right? So week 8, is there anything of note? It is literally just the bye week. Do we trade anyone off? Obviously, Casey Hayward had a bit better of a week this week, but unfortunately, that's 1 week. I don't know what's going to happen going forward. Playing another team with a decent offense. The Giants a little underrated on offense. And then obviously the Chiefs, no one underrates them at all. Of course, did we win a player of the week? Might have had one with one of the pick 6 meisters. And unfortunately, we did not. Anthony Harris did, though, with 2 interceptions. There you go. You're welcome. But, yeah, that's not a bad way to start the season. At 4-3, of course, Denver wins, so they're back still in the number 2 spot. And the Chiefs, though, have lost their first game. Who was it against? And it's not going to show us. I can't be bothered to look. But, yeah, could have been worse. Definitely not the worst start to our season. And Javen White, I did not realize was injured, is back. Of course. It seems like we're healthy, finally. And we're going to be going into the Giants game about as clean as possible with Denzel Good returning after this bye week is over. Once again, if there's anyone to trade for or we should trade off, let me know in the comment section below. There's a couple ideas that I have for upgrades and just removing players that aren't valuable from our team. but we'll see. Anyways, if you enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, and then, of course, second channel, PKR Plays. If you guys want to see these sliders, this is what they are at the moment. This is, of course, all Madden, but once again, take in mind that I have for years, and I'm going to keep saying it because, once again, I do have that. It's not like a conspiracy theory or anything, but I feel like my all Madden isn't the same as others. I don't know if it's because one Madden, I remember one Madden I had issues with loading, and the game pretended as if I was, a new player, and I literally had to choose my game skill and all of that all over again, and obviously I got bored after a while, and, it was annoying that I just kept spamming A, so one of the years I think I put it on rookie as my baseline. I don't know, but those are the sliders. And yeah, hopefully you guys come back for next video, which should be a rebuild of some sort tomorrow. But until next video, see